It may seem arrogant or audacious, but it's actually Trump's infinite curiosity about the universe. As he and Roy flew over the city, Trump saw opportunities everywhere, as if the city were his personal playground. That's when they disagreed. Trump wanted to dive into the casino business, while Roy thought, the hotel isn't even finished yet, jumping into another major project now would be like pouring gasoline on a fire. I think your plans are a bit inflated, but hey, you've got to think about the future. The future is here. The future is now. The future is Trump City. Trump soon scheduled a meeting about the casino. A gaming license typically takes 8 to 10 months. But with Roy in the picture, the timeline shrunk faster than a deflating balloon, from months to days. Trump was no longer the clueless schoolboy. He learned that most of Roy's connections were one-time deals. It didn't matter whether it was the Attorney General, the Deputy Mayor, or committee chairs, all those big-name connections were used up for Trump. This strategy of consolidating resources for one person changed the dynamic in a subtle way. Once, Trump begged Roy for favors. Now, even if Roy disagrees, he still has to help Trump. Because Roy was playing poker, he had no choice. At that moment, Trump received a call from his mom. The sudden bad news made Trump even more distressed, and then the family attended Brother Fred's funeral. That night, he cried. As he felt regret and sorrow, he saw the face of weakness. He hated that he indirectly caused his brother's death while remembering the survival rules. Soon, the magnificent Trump Hotel opened in New York City, and that night, Trump was the brightest star in the room. Yet Roy, coming to congratulate him, looked like a sick patient who had lost his former spark. He found a quiet corner to make a request to Trump. He wanted Trump to save a room for his boyfriend, who had pneumonia, because the country house was too cold. Trump didn't ask much and agreed right away. After all, without Roy, this hotel might not exist. But for Roy, this was the first time he humbly asked Trump for help. Trump had sensed the shift in their dynamic. He didn't find it odd. Rather, he thought it was justified. To be honest, even Ivana herself began to irritate Trump, who now views her merely as a business partner. From the sea to the sky, people said the Trump era had begun. Trump Tower, Trump City, Trump Plaza, Trump Castle all up for sale. Chinese folks, it's not related to San Diego, it's for sale. Trump soared to the top of the pyramid, but his relationship with Ivana became merely a formality. Smiling on stage, but loathing each other backstage, for Trump, it didn't matter. What bothered him was the banks hounding him for payments. The rapidly expanding Trump gambled with loans, and all of his investors were buried in debt too. He hoped to attract new investments, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, but during this time, he accidentally learned that Roy had AIDS. This was unacceptable to Trump. He didn't even want to take Roy's call and asked his secretary to tell Roy he wasn't in the office. Unexpectedly, he bumped into Roy when he went downstairs. It turned out Trump had kicked Roy's boyfriend out of the hotel, even sending Roy the bill. Who told you bad things would find me? I'll contact him, I'll compensate him, but you don't get it, you're a loser. Don't forget, I helped you. Whether you succeed or fail is my decision, you're a loser. Hearing this, Trump couldn't hold back and accused Roy of being the liar first. Roy's boyfriend didn't have pneumonia, he had AIDS, and that lavish hotel was Trump's labor of love. It was the front of his business empire and the beginning of it all. He would never allow an AIDS patient to die in his hotel. On this point, Trump would show no mercy, not even to Roy. Hearing this, Roy felt a swell of conflicting emotions and he transformed Trump into another version of himself. That was his achievement, but the old king being defeated by the new one was his just desserts. Are you starting to feel a bit of the vibe now? You ghostly creature, move along now, you old fart you. Once a mentor and friend, now their bond was in tatters in the dimension of time. Only time itself remained unchanged. To tackle the debt crisis, Trump took a trust company employee to see his somewhat forgetful dad. He wanted his dad to sign so Trump could become the family's trust agent, but just as he was pushing for the signature, his mum walked in. The old lady took one look at the document and knew Trump was trying to leverage the credit of his siblings, making them loan guarantors so the bank wouldn't be breathing down their neck for repayments. But if it collapsed, the whole family would be begging with Trump, so Mum wasn't having it. Him looking for family members, I can assure you no one wants to do this. Not Ollie Bits, not Mary, not Freddie, no, don't mention his name. You got it right, it's time to leave. A few days later, Trump saw Roy's exclusive interview at home, had been disbarred and looked like a zombie. On camera, he claimed he had cancer, but Trump knew exactly what disease he had and that Roy didn't have many days left. Lawyer Trump turned off the TV, called Roy, starting with condolences and apologies before praising his interview. Of course, that wasn't the main reason. However, it is worth noting that Roy arrived at Trump's picturesque beach house in a wheelchair.